Hello everyone, this is Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and these are your June 2017 Angel Oracle card readings. For these readings this month, I will either be using the Angel Oracle deck by Ambika Waters or the Magdalene Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. And of course, for every sign, I will be pulling a card from the Healing Crystal Oracle by Rochelle Sharman. If you would like a personal reading with me, just go to my website at angelsouls444.com, this services page. If you would like to support me on Patreon, I always appreciate that, and that information is down below. And of course, I have the Archangel Michael course up, along with some other courses, how to perceive your angels, how to read cards, and then I also have videos on the year overview. Probably by the time most of you are going to be watching this video, it's quite possible that I will have the Archangel Gabriel course up on Gumroad as well. Again, all that information is down below. So let's get started. Hi there, Libra. Let's see what's going on for you for June 2017. Okay. Something fun on the horizon for you. Now, I don't know what's going to come up in the cards, but again, another sign got this too, where it kind of has this feeling of maybe going off and experimenting, like with a new place to travel to, or a new sport. If you're doing a new sport, please be careful, you know, and just be very mindful of your body. But yeah, there's this feeling of getting to let go a little bit, let your hair down a little bit. So maybe it'll be something big, maybe it'll be something small. We'll have to see. So the Prophet, so that's the first card. Every time the Prophet comes up, we have to get the full picture here. We have to get the full story. So 1 second here. All right. One more time? Okay. All right, good. All right, so let's do this here. Mother Mary. Yeah, very nice, very holy. We like it. Color, that's the part where you're kind of, you know, letting loose a little bit, or giving yourself a chance to just have a vacation or not try so hard. Okay, because that's been another big kind of message that's been coming up, where it's like around our spirituality. It's all well and good to be reading the books and taking in, you know, other people's interpretation of the universal energy, but at the end of the day, you know, if we're going to sit here and say, okay, my day isn't worth anything unless I meditate. Well, meditation can come in a lot of different forms. Number one, you can be out in nature and meditating. You can actually sit and meditate. You can do something that's sort of a meditative practice. You know, it could be for you stitching, or, you know, cross stitching, or, you know, whatever. Working on a car could actually, if that's what you love, that can be very meditative for you, okay? Even therapeutic. So really allowing yourself that moment. So there's this like kind of unplugging feeling, and this allows a lot of information to flow. And that's where we get the Prophet card, okay? Now, if you're one of those people who you pride yourself on having more spiritual knowledge than anybody else, you want to be out ahead of the game, okay, this isn't that kind of month, okay? That's not what this is about. This isn't about getting like the secrets of the universe and only I get to know what it is. That starts to get a little curious, but this is more about, you know, things that you have to understand about yourself, maybe about your circumstances, but about the world around you and how you fit into it, okay? So some lovely things potentially coming forward for you. And again, because we have this Mother Mary card here, if you start to doubt yourself, if you start to think that you aren't worth it, or, you know, whatever, guilt, shame, whatever kind of things are popping up for you, Mother Mary, if you work with her, doesn't matter what religion you are, but if you work with her, she helps you feel that sense of compassion and helps you learn how to have that compassion for yourself and for others, but to know that you're accepted and you're loved, and it's okay. You know, it's all right to unplug and step back, change plans a little bit, you know, change direction even, or add something vibrant to your life, like the color card talks about. And this is all about manifesting. And so you might be getting some feelings, you know, that, or some messages like, hey, the road you're going down, it's almost what you're supposed to be doing, but it needs to be changed a little bit, right? Because maybe you've changed a little bit, and so it needs to mature, it needs to ripen, you know, however you want to look at that. But Don't be afraid to get out there and try new things this month. It really does, not only is it a stress relief so that it opens you up and you can hear the messages or feel the messages however you perceive that, but also it lets the creativity flow. It lets purity flow, innocence, right? And so when we're in our state of innocence, it feels like anything is possible. And that's a great place of manifesting, right? There isn't the doubting brain coming in and saying you can't do that. You know, you're going to try it anyway, right? So then we have illumination, and you know, you'll have to, and it comes, you know, this was the first card, the Prophet, and then we had this illumination card. So something is becoming very apparent to you, but again, it's kind of in a very like laid back kind of way where you're not, you know, forcing anything to happen. You're not trying to, again, be in a race to know the most. I think that's a losing battle, especially when you're trying to learn about the universe, right? First of all, God can change the rules any old time he wants, and, you know, the universe is expansive and incredible, and we're not going to know everything all the time, right? But the illumination that you do receive this month is something that is beneficial to you. It's lovely, and it gives you, it's like the deepest kind of gift of all, this sort of settling in and being okay with where we are, with the story that we're in. You know what I mean? Like being at peace and being able to find bliss. Another sign got that similar kind of message, but really being able to find bliss in what is, instead of having to chase after, you know, something that makes us feel better, smarter, or whatever the case may be. Having to chase after something that puts us ahead. All right. Here we go. You know what I was thinking? Inner child, because we have that color card, and that, where the heck is it? Oh, here we go. We had this color card. So this crystal card is rose quartz, inner child, and these are very related. If I can get these, okay, stay together. So these are quite related. Again, we were talking about finding the innocence, the purity, creating as a child would create, you know, seeing everything in vibrancy, right? Colorful. Very, very colorful. Seeing your life in vibrancy. And yeah, this is rose quartz too. It's all about the self-love. But this is almost entertaining your inner child. So that's kind of what I'm wondering too. Like, are you guys going to go off and do something that, you know, you always wanted to try, but you never did, and now you're doing it? Or maybe you've never been to Disneyland, and maybe you don't have kids, but darn if you're not going to go anyway, because it's something that you've always wanted to do and you never got a chance to, or whatever the case may be. But really nurturing that inner child. If you are somebody who has had childhood trauma, I do understand that. It can be difficult to work through. If something starts to come up, of course, make sure you get treatment of all kinds, you know, not just treating the spiritual side of it if you need further help. But, you know, let that inner child be heard and be coddled almost is what I wanted. That's the word I want to use. Coddle your inner child. All right, guys. So there it is. Have a beautiful month. And of course, I'm sending you so much love. Take care.